CJ Stroud was one of the biggest stories of the 2023 NFL season, and to me, biggest surprises of the year was CJ Stroud and the way he performed. The number 2 overall pick lit it up across the board, had such an incredible rookie season. To me, the greatest rookie season by a quarterback ever. I think he was the greatest rookie quarterback of all time. We're going to be jumping right in.
You're my first interview since I got injured, so you're lucky. You're a good journalist.
You can compare your swing, the good one and the bad one, so you can see like the difference.
I'd like to notice that, man.
I love it, man. I appreciate how glad that makes me feel.
Not great, to be honest.
He is the key for the Houston Texans, and he is the face of the franchise. CJ Stroud is what makes the Texans so competitive and an organization to really look out for the next decade or so. As long as he's the quarterback of the Texans, this team's always going to have a chance to win a game no matter what. That's how good he is. As a rookie, he showed out big time. I think year 2 can possibly be a step for him to get in that MVP race. He was right in there until he got hurt. And I think, flat out, he was the greatest rookie quarterback in NFL history. He had the greatest rookie season ever. I think he's a championship quarterback. And, you know, you might be thinking I'm exaggerating. I'm not. That's how great this guy was. You have to look at him and you have to see how great he played to fully understand it. You know, if you watched him play, you know what I'm talking about. And he's a nominee for the NFL Offensive Rookie of the Year. He won the Pro Football Writers of America Offensive Rookie of the Year and the Rookie of the Year award. He ended up with over almost 4,600 total passing yards, which is the second most in NFL history. And you look at what he did in the playoff game against one of the top defenses in the NFL in the Browns, 274 yards, 3 touchdowns, 76% completion. He was terrific. He had the most passing yards in a first half of a playoff game by a rookie. Those 3 touchdowns end up being the most passing touchdowns in a playoff game by a rookie as well. He's broken about like 5 or 6 different records this season, and I think I haven't really seen anyone like him the way he performs. You know, you said this a lot, doesn't look like a rookie. He plays with a poise and a calm and is such a great leader at such a young age. And I think he uses his faith well to bond with his teammates. And he's getting it done versus the best teams. We saw that in the playoffs against the Browns. And against the Ravens, I thought he was solid. You know, he played okay. He didn't turn the ball over, didn't make a big mistake. Yeah, he missed a couple of throws. I mean, that's a very, very tough place to play in Baltimore. Got to keep in account how tough it is to play over there on the road. And he held his own. Didn't really get sacked, was able to escape the pressure, but just didn't have enough around him. And that's, you know, the reality with the Texans team is they didn't have enough to compete with a number 1 seed like that. They made it as far as they could with the kind of team that they had this year, and I think next year is only going to get better for them. This is just a start, you know. I mean, they weren't expected to do anything this year, and here they were winning a playoff game when we're in the middle of a divisional round game. Anyway, but then you saw what he did against the Colts to get in the playoffs, 264, 2 touchdowns, 75-yard touchdown on the very first play of the game, 77% completion. He's getting it done in the clutch. 7-4 record versus winning teams. He beat the Buccaneers on a game-winning 43-second drive. He beat the Steelers. He beat the Colts. He beat the Bengals with Joe Burrow on the road. That's a big win right there. He beat the Saints. So these are all teams with a winning record. He was able to get it done. 29 total touchdowns, only 5 picks, and him and D'Amico are only the 3rd rookie head coach and QB duo to win their division. They're the only one. And they were the 5th to make the playoffs, and they're the first to win a playoff game since, I believe, 2008, which is outstanding. And we can go on the record of how many different statistical categories that he broke. I think you look at the collectionist that he has, the game-winning drive ability, back-to-back game-winning drives. He's the only rookie in the last 40 years to do that. Most passing attempts without a pick, 192. He broke Dak Prescott's record. most passing yards and passing touchdowns in a single game by a rookie. That was against the Bucks. 470 yards, 5 touchdowns, game-winning drive with 43 seconds left. That's where he really took the league by storm, where everyone knew who CJ Stroud was, and where I think he kind of locked up Rookie of the Year. I mean, I think it's incredible. And then imagine what his stats would have looked like if he had Tank Dell for the whole year. Tank only played 10 games. CJ missed 2 games. If CJ stayed healthy, Tank stayed healthy, man, he might have gotten close to maybe, I would think, over 4,500, maybe 600 yards, possibly. Maybe 30, 33, 34 touchdown passes, something like that. So, and he did this with Nico Collins, who was the number 1 throughout the year. Tank Dell missed the last 7. Pretty much Nico, who suddenly emerged this year, you had Tank Dell for a little bit, and then it was just Noah Brown, who was here and there, kind of injured. Robert Woods, who wasn't really too effective, but was good. Had a couple of good tight ends, Dalton Schultz, and Brevin Jordan really didn't play too much until the playoff game. Those are average weapons to work with. Didn't really have too great of a running game until Singletary emerged. His offensive line was okay. I think Slowick did a great job scheming and helping CJ, getting guys open for him, making some easy throws. That helped. I think having a guy like D'Amico energize the team certainly helped as well. But I think CJ pocket presence made the offensive line look better than it actually was. But yeah, it was a great position for him to be in, and he was able to make it work with average weapons. And when you get Nico, when you get a healthy Tank Dell, get another weapon in this draft, maybe in free agency, trade, whatever, I think this offense is suited for an explosive 2024 season where I think CJ could get in the MVP race. And he's the best quarterback. I think he's top 3. The only quarterbacks I take ahead of him, Mahomes, Burrow, that's it. I'd take him over Allen. I'd take him over Jackson too. And that's the reality. That's how good I think he is. So thank you guys for watching. Be sure to like, subscribe, comment. What do you think of CJ Stroud's rookie year? And I'll see you in the next one. Go Texans.